Amaan Patel had always loved his name. It meant peace in Arabic. His mother whispered it into his ear every night as she kissed his forehead goodnight. His father said it was chosen because the world needed more peace, and one day Amaan would give it. But by the time Amaan turned 13, his name became a problem. "Attention all students," the school speaker crackled. "Amaan Patel, please report to the office." He stood slinging his backpack over one shoulder. Whispers followed him down the hallway. He got to the office to find two police officers standing with the principal. They asked him questions about his science fair project, a homemade drone. They asked how he built it, why he brought it to school, whether he had intentions to cause harm. Amaan blinked, confused. "It's just for flying. I wanted to show how GPS sensors work." But their eyes didn't soften. He was suspended for a week. The drone was confiscated. He missed the science fair. When he returned, things were different. Someone had written "terrorist" on his locker in red marker. A teacher began watching him closer in class. A parent at a PTA meeting complained about him being too smart with tech stuff. Amaan tried to smile through it. He focused on coding projects, buried himself in books, and kept his head down. But inside, he started to believe the whispers. That maybe his name made people uncomfortable. That maybe it would be easier if he had a normal name, like Josh or Ryan. That was when Mrs. Langston entered his life. She was a substitute teacher for history, soft-voiced, older, and always carrying a bag of books. On her first day, she saw his name on the attendance sheet. "Ah," she said, "Amaan, that's a beautiful name. You know, I had a student with that name many years ago. He's a professor now." Amaan smiled a little for the first time in weeks. Mrs. Langston didn't treat him like a threat. She asked about his drone project. She let him lead a group on a presentation about global innovators. She encouraged him to apply to the state robotics championship. "You've got a rare mind," she told him. "Don't let anyone dim that." But the hardest moment came during the school S International Week, when students were encouraged to present something about their culture. Amaan almost didn't participate, but something Mrs. Langston had said stuck with him. "Telling your story is how you take your power back." So he stood on stage, trembling, and gave a speech titled, "The Power of a Name." He talked about his name's meaning, about the drone project, about what it felt like to be seen as dangerous because of where his family came from, India and Pakistan, about the fear, the isolation, the pain of being judged before being known. "I am not a threat," he said. "I'm a creator, a dreamer, a boy who just wants to build things and make the world better." Silence. Then, applause. Loud. Real. The principal walked up after, shook his hand, and apologized. One of the police officers who had questioned him reached out later, saying his speech changed the way he looked at his own bias. Weeks later, Amaan's drone was returned. He went on to win the state robotics competition with a drone that delivered emergency supplies to flood-prone areas. His story was featured in the local paper. Headline, "Teen Engineer Redefines the Power of a Name." He kept that headline on his wall, not because he needed validation, but because it reminded him what once hurt can also heal. His name, still Amaan, still proud, still peaceful, and now, finally, understood. If Amaan's story inspired you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build a world where every name and every story is respected. Thank you for watching. You matter here.